We saw Melissa from Severo. We saw
That's
the
right.
Brody. So, yeah.
I wonder why Severo decided to go for the Beatrix this time and
So someone now is going to edit Severo riding a carousel
yeah,
of his own hero pool.
unbelievable.
Another different one here. Although we did get to see Beatrix, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we saw it against Aurora. We saw Melissa from Severo. We saw
That's
the
right.
Brody. So, yeah.
I wonder why Severo decided to go for the Beatrix this time and not give us the Nova Trix combination from the previous game. And this time they went for the Vexana with the Beatrix.
Yeah, you're right.
But all things considered, this is a good lineup. I feel like this is way better. This is my suggestion from the previous game, Vexana plus the Kaja. And this is very strong. You can see how quickly they finished that mid lane wave. However, the sustain coming out from the Beleric as well as the Rafaela means that they're not even bothered by the strength of this duo from Onic.
Yeah, Rafaela just makes Beleric even more annoying. If you just joined us, we are in game number 2. And we did point out a lot how the Aurora and Vexana are somewhat similar in filling the same role if it's through the Kaja in the roam. And the last time we saw Kaja Aurora, it was Beatrix played by Severo.
Yep. Oh.
The Sigma pattern, the Sigma.
Stolen.
Oh my god.
They don't know.
Don't have any
yet.
idea.
Oh, they're gonna find out. Oh my god.
Where's my orange buff?
Yo, King Kong. We're seeing it again after so long.
Fast clear purple, straight into the orange, no answer.
Yep.
And this is going to be hell for APBREN.
Super Yoshi is already working on the orange buff. Gonna be delivering it to King Kong. Oh, I think he just went for the reset so that there won't be any kind of invasion. As James Max will now just settle for a Crammer, but between a Crammer and an orange buff, I'll definitely choose the orange buff.
It's been reset too. It's taking so long. Super
Okay.
Yoshi just pulled it away from
Super
APBREN.
Yoshi?
That was so smart.
Whoa!
I think they knew that they needed to do that because James Banks went for the full clear purple side before going down to orange in a way as if James Banks sort of read or knew that maybe that would happen, and that Crammer not getting taken away by APBREN and defended by Onic delayed it even just for a little bit.
Oh,
But now James Banks, King Kong, both level 4, JM Pinkman might get caught out.
yep. James Pan's also level 4 too. That already forces out the Purify from JM
okay.
Pinkman! Kirk doesn't land and his is welcome though. Super Yoshi's here, but he's not level 4. Kirk has to run away. JM Pinkman instead falls at his first blood. Just as we thought that it would have been Kirk.
Way too tanky, the Barretts, way too big. And now, APBREN are going to be left to just getting their purple slowly. They're still thinking about contesting Onic for Turtle 1, but they give it up.
Oh, how about that movement coming out from Onic? The footwork from all of their members and the fact that they look like they look like they're rallying each other in a racket game, you know? Like they're helping each other. Kirk going in, and then when he is compromised, he moves out, but the rest of Onic made sure that his retreat will be covered.
Yeah.
And that's also true. That's also the same thing when they did peel for Super Yoshi. Onic are just playing like a solid unit. There was even a threat of Severo dipping into the fight by going for a double lane setup. We did not see him participate in team fight because APBREN, the moment they saw that Severo was in the middle, they just retreated. And now Onic has gotten themselves a sustainable lead in the first 3 minutes of the game.
Both roamers at level 4. Here comes the Rapid Dryad!
It's a pick off on Super Yoshi, so at least they hand over a bit more of gold. And James Panks is finally able to catch up. They're both level 6 now, him and King Kong. Because earlier there was a lead. It was a clear lead in the hands of King Kong.
They needed to get something, and they did. It's a roamer. And APBREN are not going to be able to fully capitalize it, but they do get a kill for James Banks. Not going to be able to push out any further anywhere, so it just sort of levels out. And Escalera will have us wrap up Dryad back. If my memory serves me right, that should be at around 15 seconds now. Anything we should look out for the items is both roamers rack the rapid boots.
Oh. This is gonna be a BOD first item too for Severo? It's
Oh my
Yeah, that's the usual now for Beatrix.
Yeah, he did that before.
Yeah, BOD and then he'll build attack speed.
and this emblem combination says a lot about how he really wants to go in full damage.
Yeah, that's why I spam attack speed when I play Beatrix. Except my version is I just go boom boom with Bennett. It's more fun that way.
I'm waiting for a shotgun play
Sounds
from
good
Severo.
too. Boom boom with Bennett.
Yeah.
Yep.
Triple B.
Will be.
Another version of it. I know Big Brain Below already takes the cake there.
Yep. That's the BOD at 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Wow.
Really, really quick.
The Super Friends was able to get his first item. Yeah, actually, compared to with Super Friends getting Glowing Wand at almost the same time, and the Severo gets BOD at like what, 3,100 gold or 3,200 in price. That's crazy fast.
It's a double lane. It's just overall winning the matchup. And oh!
That's the combo.
It's a new combo brought to you by Onic. It's not the Aurora, it's the Vexana this time. They eventually get a pick off, but at least because of the passive, Lancey will be able to bring Escalera back. JM Pinkman though, trying to survive. He's being zoned out really, really well, and APBREN are not gonna contest.
Just like in the previous game, Shizo, his reaction was to just push the opposite lane of the turtle. Concentrate for Onic.
Oh,
He's gonna go down.
a little bit of a miscom there.
Okay, flicker for Kirk. And JM Pinkman just trying to serve as the front, but Onic are already going for the retreat. Lancey's still here. There's no Daytona's welcome. I don't think Onic 2 would fight. Okay, it's gonna be a disengage.
I think it works out well for APBREN that this seems to be like their default play where they're willing to not fully win early as long as they're getting some towers. So King Kong,
Okay, that's a go away too by Shizo. King Kong's just trying to escape though, but he gets trapped. It's James Panks and Shizo trying to go for the chase. This is a Hirara though.
yeah, you can't chase down a hero that was built to chase things down.
Yes, sir.
Not gonna be the easiest in the world.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, that little bit of a go away from King Kong actually pushed King Kong away from the blades of James Panks.
Yeah.
A funny little moment.
The continuous deaths of Super Yoshi and the fact that APBREN are clearing out the minion wave and pushing some of the lanes for themselves, it meant that APBREN actually cut the lead down, and this is a more manageable game for APBREN. Despite all the early stages shenanigans that Onic was able to achieve, James Panks have caught up. 1-0-1 at 4,000 gold, just 500 behind King Kong.
Oh!
Okay.
Catch two!
Oh.
Plus the Bennett's Rage! It's a different combo and Escalera still survives! Sabero is on the Bennett, or the shotgun. Super Yoshi gets caught here. James passes
Got
the
him.
next casualty. It's not looking good.
Bang.
More shields for JM, but the flicker from Sabero finishes him off.
Clean start by Yoshi, countered by Escalera, but Severo stayed alive with a shotgun, and he is changing guns quicker than you can blink.
Oh my goodness, the mastery coming out from Savero. The adjustment from APBREN is another push as the turtle will now be for Onic. Great start coming up from Super Yoshi. Great answer from APBREN, but James Panks, because he jumped into Onic, you saw how Kirk was able to snag him with the Daytona's welcome. Onic were patient, even when they started with a kill on with a jump coming up from Super Yoshi, followed up by the Bennett's Rage as well as the Eternal Guardian that did not get the kill onto Escalera. They made sure that they reserved one of their ultimates, which was the Daytona's welcome, that was designated to take out James Panks.
Great progress on this tower top side. Kirk will be forced to respond. It's not 8 minutes yet. Onic are going to be waiting. They're sandwiching APBREN.
Yes, Lancey's here though. He can see them, but King Kong, he gets easy access to them instead. And the Bennett's Rage. But look at what Shizo has been able to do. He's been able to shut down Savero, but Super Friend still finds a triple kill.
They were all clumped up together. Great for the passive of the Vexana. It was a great Wrath of Dryad by Escalera. They got their target, but it's Super Friends with a 3K to keep it on Onic's side.
That was also again because of King Kong being a sneaky assassin against APBREN, able to flank and destroy the formation of APBREN, forcing them to come together. Surely they were able to get the kill to Savero, but the damage was too much coming out from Onic.
They're able to hold on to their tower in mid. Onic has a lead as we go back and look at the instant replay. APBREN, they were ready for this. They knew the members of Onic were coming, but they just couldn't expect that this is the response that Onic would deliver.
Did you see that Eternal Guardian comboed up with the Savero ultimate that deleted James Panks almost immediately? But that meant that Savero had to go closer, unable to pop the flicker to get out of there. Shizo gets a good shutdown, but was traded off in the end. Onic are now leading by 2,000 after taking the turret in the middle afterwards.
He was too close. And I feel like the time where APBREN should have been more clumped up was during that moment before the fight really broke out. Because they spread out just as Onic were able to already get close to where they were. And that's where they shouldn't have been that close. Because you saw Super Friends just take advantage of the entire scenario. Whereas them being spread out, that's more likely for King Kong to find the right targets, and that's why Lancey falling through was a huge minus on their side.
Uh-oh.
Another divine binding. Okay.
Now the start that they'd want to have. More expected for James Banks. Has his core item. Has a piercer to boot. APBREN now, they're a little bit more confident.
Damn, Pinkman doesn't have the Purify still. It'll come back in a bit, but there you go. Falling Star Moon onto 2. But it's still King Kong! Escalera from the back line, still not using the Wrath of Dryad. James Pax finally gets to find Kirk though. King Kong running away. This is a Hirata! He's still going to survive! But can he? Purify from JM Pinkman, and they make sure King Kong goes down.
Escalera was waiting for a moment but could not find it. Did not use the Wrath of Dryad. Still, APBREN got a kill. Let's see if Onic can capitalize. It doesn't look like it as APBREN are pushing the envelope.
Although the Lord was in favor of Onic, I believe that the fight was way better for APBREN because they took out 2 of the members of Onic. The push will be there, Shiza. Has to be careful. That snipe coming out from Savero defended the turret, which would have been really good for APBREN to collect, but Savero just making sure that he's clutch.
Savero? Is this his new favorite hero or something? Because
He's so on point with it.
the Weskers, the Renners, I think the only thing we haven't seen him use is the Nimiru. I think that's the most
You're right.
complicated.
Yeah, he's juggled the sniper, the grenade launcher, and the shotgun.
He made sure that that he won't use the easiest one to use.
I know, yeah.
He's like, I want full difficulty, new game plus. Delete safe game is going down. I mean, he has been taken out already, but as expected, the BOD and then going for the full attack speed items is a similar build that he went for last season. Although last season, slightly different priorities. He would go for the Malefic Gun first and then build the other items. But now with BOD getting locked in right away, that's how you're getting instantaneous burst paired up with the Vexana perfectly.
Yeah. Anything can be paired up with the Divine Binding now, but hopefully the Divine Binding actually connects. Because when it doesn't, it hurts Onic so much
For
in
sure.
the preceding team fight.
See, when they missed the okay,
Oh,
misses it again. But yeah, the time when they missed Divine Binding, they had to sacrifice King Kong's positioning and force King Kong to get into the front. And which meant that he was taken out afterwards, but it's a good thing that he was able to get the Lord for the team. However, Onic, although they were leading right now, it's still true. If they cannot land the Divine Binding properly, they essentially have it's essentially a -1. It's -1 on themselves.
Yeah, but
It's like there is no other use for Super Yoshi.
because even Kirk, I feel, is having a hard time landing these Daytona's welcomes already. There's a 3-man Purify
uh-oh.
on APBREN's side, but wait.
APBREN need to go to Escalera right now.
Oh, the Conceal was burned too! Onic are going for him right now, and that's a Divine Binding that's eventually gonna land. Oh, the tankiest member of APBREN! A -1 at that! 5 seconds before the Lord!
King Kong showed up at the right time to stop the members of APBREN from helping out Escalera. But of course, the passive of the Rafaela brings Escalera back, and they still have their roamer for this fight. Super Friends use the EG. Yoshi will be able to get his Divine Binding back in time.
Yeah. EG needs a little bit more time though. That's an important ultimate for Onic to have. Escalera was patient, did not pop the Wrath of the Dryad nor a flicker.
Oh, that is welcome burned.
He used it defensively though. JM Pinkman trying to split up the fight. The Lord's already very low, but the Wrath of Dryad catches Onic in place! And it's James Pants who secures the objective with the knockups from the Yuji Boy! And now it's Super Yoshi! Finally finding some targets and a cleanup potentially from Onic! Oh no, JM Pinkman, he's so tanky! He's buying a lot of time! Onic! They're putting in so much attention on this man! And he's actually gonna go for outplays if it isn't for the Deathly Grasp!
He bought more than enough time. Onic knew they wouldn't be able to get much out of it. The Lord will be able to march, but Onic will be able to delay the charge of the Lord. It evens out in the long run.
Two good plays from the two teams that we have. APBREN not actually panicking in that team fight, making sure that they will still utilize Escalera for that Lord take, as it was the Wrath of the Dryad in combination with the knockup coming out from the Lord that Escalera timed so well. James was able to get the retribution off of that, but Onic, Yoshi was patient. He was able to pop the divine binding on multiple members of APBREN, including James Banks, in the fight thereafter. So Onic was able to win the Lord team fight. But JM Pinkman survived for far too long that Onic could not get a push afterwards. Heroics from both ends meant that this game will be prolonged. Onic on top when it comes to the gold, but I feel like this is an even game right now.
In case you missed it, Season 17, Week 2. That was the last time we got to see James Banks use his Suyo. It was banned 27 times
Oh my god.
after that performance.
Yeah, things are different now, so you gotta let it through. And APBREN's one of the few teams to still actually consider picking it up. And somehow, based on what we're seeing, James Banks, he still got it.
Still looking really good. He has Piercer stacks with him. It might have been reset softly, so it's not a lot that Onic needs to worry. But they themselves do not have a Piercer holder. It's a Piercerless Hirara. It's Hirara that goes for a little bit more sustainability and has a lot of damage. Because they know they have finishers. If it's not going to be the Hirara or the Beatrix, we've seen it, even the Vexana can be a finisher for this squad.
Yeah, and it's a surprise that Vexana hasn't been taken out at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Technically 2 heroes in 1. Eternal Guard has died more times than Super Friends.
for sure. What I do like about this build is that he prioritized the Lantern, which is so impactful against Escalera, as you saw in the previous Clash. And then when they were chasing down JM Pinkman, you'd think that it will be King Kong to deal the damage onto JM and Pinkman, but it was actually just the spams coming out of Super Friends that was able to seal the deal against JM Pinkman. You really have to respect this Vexana right now if you're APBREN. The Super Friends, he packs up a punch.
Only lacking one item, honestly. And when that comes in, whatever that is, because I don't think he was able to pick up any component just yet. It's gonna make things a lot more trickier, be it defensive item or just to go all out on damage.
50% on the Lord. Can APBREN play better around their Shizo Melissa that has been built up to this point?
Muddles has already been placed. Super Yoshi still not using the Divine Binding, but it's the Eternal Lord! JM Pinkman! How was he the one to actually take the Lord?
It was a 50-50, and he's Mr. 50-50 for a reason!
And King Kong barely surviving. Onic hasn't found any trades.
Oh my goodness.
Just as APBREN decided to blitz that Lord.
Oh, both teams decided to overthink the situation, and Kirk going in for the forward flicker instead of the flicker to his teammates. King Kong unfortunately wasn't able to get the retribution off, and it's because of the threat of Escalera, but everybody was just really overthinking in specific scenarios. In the end, it will be JM Pinkman to get that Lord for the team. The best thing about this for APBREN is that nobody died. And nobody had to pop the battle spells as well. You can see all of their spells are still available. And this could be a good siege for APBREN because of that.
At least it's not an evolved Lord, but it's still approaching 18 minutes.
It's a significant Lord for sure. Is Escalera going to force this to try and break the tower down bot?
Oh no, the zoning from Muddles. It already has so much potential right now, and they're able to isolate Super Yoshi. Fortunately, dashes back to regroup with Onic. And they get to defend that base turret down bot.
Imagine all of the scenarios playing in your head for these athletes, thinking, what do I need to do? I do this, I get that. So we get the Lord. And it's an Esmeralda on JM Pinkman, sambaing and chachoing in front of you to get it for himself.
Imagine what's the highest damage dealing spell or ability of an Esmeralda?
Is it the ult? Is it
the ult probably, but he did not ult there.
No, he was dancing.
So he was
Literally dancing, and of course the normal attacks. You can't even snatch the shields away from the Lord. So it's just what? A Stardust dance?
Yeah.
That was able to. That's pretty much it.
Oh my gosh.
Right place, right time, I guess.
It's like the character that you don't expect to get the last hit on the final boss.
That's right.
Yeah, I would expect that more from an Rafaela rather than an Esmeralda.
Yeah, this is where you're suddenly gonna get like a 5-episode miniseries on the character that everyone forgot. It's like, oh, this is why. Oh, okay, so it was set up really well.
Yeah, they still weren't able to fully capitalize on it in a sense that they got a base turret though. No base turrets are down at all.
From both ends.
Yeah, and it's APBREN who has more towers
Yep.
than Onic. Well, Onic has more kills, more gold. It will all boil down to one big moment.
That's right.
And maybe we'll look towards. Oh, Yoshi gets a pull.
Is this the big moment? It's a big target though, but it's enough. They have the damage to deal with Escalera, even despite them burning multiple resources.
Wow. But a quick one at that.
Yeah, look how easy it was for Onic to just get a -1.
But that's revive that so far they're not using.
Yeah, they couldn't. It happened at a time where the minion waves weren't
Yeah,
at a
that's
good
right.
spot for them to start pushing out with. And now here comes Escalera, who's back.
He's back.
He's back.
Oh, Midnight, what have you done?
But the good thing about this, which I really appreciate for APBREN, is Escalera's not panicking. He's not popping an ultimate or popping a flicker
Yeah.
just to get out. So they do still have everybody here, but the blitz coming out from Onic.
Falling Star Moon, they find King Kong, but that's King Kong, that's Hirara. Onic have already returned safely near their base.
Wow.
I feel like the setup there for APBREN to try and read was way too slow. Onic knew they had the lead, they pushed it, and now they have the Lord. APBREN will aggressively clear out minion waves to increase their chances of being able to stop Onic from making it to their base with the Lord.
That push play from both teams.
Yeah, like they read each other perfectly here.
Kirk.
Kirk.
Kirk! At least it's Kirk! Might he survive this? With a Winter Crown, he might just. He does! He will not go down! But does the fight still continue? Because King Kong is gonna come in from the back lines! Super Yoshi 2 trying to provide the information! And they're still gonna go! But it's just Jame and Pinkman within reach! And the APBREN, they just wanna escape!
Severo early with the Bennett's Rage. Was trying to time it with his Deathness Welcome. Escalera!
Oh! King Kong falling down's massive for APBREN. They can really defend if they want. They still have Shizo. They still have James Panks. There's a Renner's Apathy from Severo, but it doesn't connect onto anyone.
Lord gets the charge though. But still no towers broken down, but significant progress made by Onic.
A minute without King Kong. A costly mistake coming out from Onic, but you understand why he was going for that. It's a min-maxing coming out from the Hirara of King Kong. Going in for the high-risk, high-reward plays to force APBREN with panic reactions, but with all things considered, APBREN has remained stoic. The resolve really good. And the way that they're reacting to Onic is not an overreaction at all. Even after the blitz coming out from Onic, they did not make any mistake. When they were backing down from Onic, they moved as a unit, not leaving each other on that retreat. And that meant that King Kong was not able to fish for any mistake from APBREN. Instead, it was him who was taken out. That meant that Onic will not be able to get any inhibitor turrets.
Undeniable that Escalera loves stoicism. He's been
Yeah.
holding on to Wrath of Dryad and making the most out of every single one. I'm pretty sure even King Kong wasn't thinking that he'll have it then, but the moment he showed up in front of the base, in front of APBREN, he gets taunted by Escalera.
I agree. He really does not panic at all.
No panic.
You can catch Escalera off guard, but he still will be very cautious of his timings in using the Wrath of Dryad, but Onic have already showed up. They use the Divine Binding again. It's going to be Escalera as the target, and they finally take him down. Will the Resurrection be available? We see that for later, because they shift their attention to Jay and Pinkman, who is slowly starting to feel the damage as well. The Lord is below half HP. Does Onic find a chance? And it's on his welcome! It lands on James Banks! Of all people! And Onic have won out on this objective battle! They're slowly cleaning up! APBREN, they lose one more! Shizu's within reach! Gets caught by the Divine Binding! And it's Savannah with the Bennett's Rage trying to finish him off, but he survives!
Oh, the shotgun!
And that's it! Kirk literally found the perfect bite onto James Banks. It took the long way around, but now Onic will take this.
23 minutes of back and forth, but a single perfectly timed catch! And Onic have taken the sweep against APBREN!
APBREN were patient. APBREN were doing well. But Onic, with the aggression and the fact that they forced another team fight